So Armani has launched a new flanker to the very popular fragrance Acqua Di Gio, and this is Acqua Di Gio Profumo Special Blend. We're going to review this, plus we're going to compare it to the original Profumo, and you'll have a chance at winning a 5 ml decant of Profumo Special Blend. Coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time on this channel, or you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, there is a subscribe button below. Just click that button and also click the bell icon so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And today's video is all about Acqua Di Gio Profumo Special Blend. And I knew about this release and I was anticipating it. And while I was in Italy, two and a half weeks ago, I picked up a bottle there in Florence and have been wearing it here and there and experiencing it. Mostly I wore it in Germany while I was there and just getting to know this fragrance. But it has just launched here in the States. It's on Macy's.com, but I picked this one up in Florence, as I said. And I really wanted to see what the differences were between the original Profumo here and then the new special blend here. So as you can see the differences between the bottles, this is a gold and this is a silver. So here's a little information about Profumo Special Blend. So it's 2017 launch. It retails for $95 here in the 75 ml size bottle like this, or 2.5 ounce. Now the original also retails for the same price. So both of these are $95. There's no price difference. So that gets me to think, okay, maybe there's not much difference between these fragrances, and maybe that's what you'll think as well. So for notes here, at the top we've got bergamot, elemi, and cascalone. In the heart notes you've got geranium and rosemary, and finally in the base notes you've got patchouli, incense, and balsam fir. Now with the Profumo, the original Profumo that came out in 2015, there was no balsam fir, and then there was also sage and rosemary notes. So those are not here in this one, and it's replaced with, I guess, the balsam fir. And then I also looked up cascalone, and I read that it is a aquatic chemical aroma or molecule. So they use that for it to have that kind of aquatic touch. So that's the difference. Cascalone was not in this one, but it did have aquatic notes, but officially this is in the special blend. So as I said, I was very, very excited about this. I was like, yay, I love Profumo, and it was kind of a late discovery, and I wanted to see what this one was all about. But there's not really much difference between these two fragrances. In fact, they're so close, I can hardly tell them apart. That's what I was testing. But when I was testing it back on my trip, I noticed that it had a little bit of more of a spiciness, but it dried down to smell more like this, which I love. I love this one. Don't get me wrong, I really do love this one a lot more than the original current formulation of Acqua Di Gio, which I loved back in '97 when I first wore it. I always thought that this smells like what Acqua Di Gio smelled like back in the late 90s when this came out. But comparing these two, after I got back from the trip, there's not much difference. It just seems like just a kind of a way to make more money, I guess, to me, because if you have this and you're thinking you want to pick this one up, don't think it's going to be like something completely different, because as I said, I'm not picking up much of a difference. It's very close. And as it dries down, after the top notes wear off, it becomes very identical to Profumo. So that's why I was thinking, why would they do this? Why wouldn't they make it a little different and make it a little more exciting? Because, flankers are very exciting to me. I love the Mugler flankers for Amen. And since, as I said, this was really great for me, I was really excited about this, but the excitement is kind of like gone now that there's not much difference between these two. It's a bummer because I love the bottle. It's got this like gold classiness, although I kind of prefer silver over gold in general. But it was a great change comparing to the both bottles. The only other problem is this kind of reminds me of Diesel's Bad fragrance kind of bottle. A little bit, not too much, the coloring. And also the fact that they're both under the L'Oreal parent company. But I like this bottle, I really do. And that's what got me excited about that. And of course, the flanker idea is always very exciting. But I'm a little disappointed that, you know, I got conned into buying something that smells very, very close to this. So that's kind of a bummer for me. But in general, it does come off a little spicier at the top. The LME, I guess that's another note that was not in the original. The LME is resin, maybe gives it a little bit of a spiciness. But everything else about the fragrance is identical to me to the original Profumo. And performance-wise, this one, I guess maybe it tends to have a little bit better performance than the original Profumo, but it's very, very close. The ballpark is 5 to 6 hours, maybe pushing 6 to 7 hours, but with a lot more sprays. But in general, this fragrance is, you know, in around 6 hours as far as longevity goes. Not longer. The original Eau de Toilette of Acqua Di Gio is about, you know, 5 hours, a little less than 5 hours, because it's very, very light for me. But this one, since it is a parfum, Eau de Parfum concentration, it does have a little bit of longevity. And again, I can push that longevity a little more with more sprays. But overall, there's just nothing different about these two releases. Just very, very minute differences. And if you have this, don't get this. I think it's a waste of money, especially if you have a full bottle. Now, if you have plenty of money laying around and you're thinking, God, this bottle is great, get it if you want it just for the bottle. But you're not going to get much of a different fragrance. But if you don't have either of these two and you've been thinking about getting this one, do compare it, because, I mean, you might, with your chemistry, you might notice differences, but they're very, very minuscule differences. It's just like, it's not even like releasing a fragrance, just for like minor touch of difference, if that makes sense. But if you want the cool bottle, you know, it's kind of cool. That's pretty much it. Now, if you're thinking about getting it, I suggest getting samples or decants of the two, and even if you're thinking of the original Eau de Toilette of Acqua Di Gio, get the three and see what you like better. I do prefer the Profumo or this one over the original, but you won't need all three. There's also the Essenza, which I think from my initial testing a few years back, I found it to be a little too aquatic for me, which I like these more because it's a little more stronger. It has more stronger notes like the patchouli and the incense. But I guess compare that one too if you like. But I do prefer the Profumo over the Essenza, and of course the original Acqua Di Gio. And decide between the two and see if you see any differences, because there's not that much difference between these two Profumos. So there you have it. That's my review for Armani's Acqua Di Gio Profumo Special Blend. What do you think? Have you tried this one yet? Are you curious to try it? Do you have the original Profumo and you like it and you've been curious about this one? Or are you thinking it's just a repetitive flanker, as I said? Do test it, as I said, and if you want to participate in the giveaway for the 5 ml decant, put a comment down below. This is a USA giveaway. Put a comment down below and let me know which of the flankers of the Acqua Di Gio series from Armani is your favorite. And also, what is it about Acqua Di Gio and its flankers do you like? Please put that down and please put your state, and we'll do the giveaway and then select one lucky subscriber of this channel to win the 5 ml decant of Special Blend, the new Special Blend. Please make sure I can see your subscriptions, otherwise you won't qualify, and good luck with that. And guys, let me know your thoughts. Have you tried it yet? Please put comments down so we can get a conversation started. And also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.